Howdy music fans, I thought I would do a video on bands that are new to me that I've discovered in the last, some of them are 5-6 years old to me now, but we're gonna go in a direction of mostly rock and roll and harder stuff like kind of power pop punk. So I've got a few bands for you today. The first one is from Norway or Finland or somewhere like that, called the Relax Trio. They're three young kids with a female singer and bass player, and the first song I'm going to play a little bit of is Backseat Boogie Nights.
Friday nights are the boogie nights, they are backseat boogie nights. Come on baby, come on closer on the backseat boogie nights. Don't care about there's got headlights on the backseat boogie nights.
Discovered them on YouTube.
Baby, come on closer, look me in the eyes and just lean away. And it's a private
All the lyrics.
Friday nights are the boogie nights. Friday nights are the boogie nights. They are backseat boogie nights. Come on, baby.
So that's the booklet. This is the sounds, kind of rockabilly-ish. A little harder maybe. That was Backseat Boogie Nights. Here's Victory Roll. This is also on YouTube. Video for it. Real good groove. Rockin'.
It was years ago when this brought me into my mind. It was the best time and I possibly could find. After all the fights and the millions years I had cried.
So I recommend their videos, Backseat Boogie Nights and Victory Roll, and then another one on here, You Drive Me Nuts, is really great. But I want to play a little bit of another song from another CD of theirs I got after I discovered them on YouTube. I bought these two CDs. This one is called Texas Way, and I actually picked it out by ear and learned it on guitar after hearing it. I liked it so much. Kind of a country-ish thing, country feel. And I just love the melody in it. I like the words, I like everything about it. It's from this album.
Middle of the London John, there's a place I used to call my home. So right now,
Love her singing on
I
this.
think it's Wonderland, I still demand. My friends don't drive me sad. Let's go there tonight. Run away from city lights. Oh, that's alright, so excited, I'm coming back today. When spirit flies with the backseat guys, we can drive so late.
It's a song.
Now it's trained my mind, it's just a matter of time. When someone says we must bring tonight like a Texas way.
So, yeah, I always find it interesting when bands from overseas do our music better than we do it. Kind of like the Rolling Stones turning Americans on to blues in the 60s and bringing it back to America. So anyway, Relax Trio, check them out. Next band, I heard these on a listening station. They had a new release out. I believe this was the new release, and I bought it that day, I think, new. Jeremy and the Harlequins. Just got a cool sound. Reminded me a little bit of a Bruce Springsteen spin-off band like South Side Johnny and the Asbury Dukes or something like that. Play a little bit of maybe songs 1 and 2. Anyway, if you don't like the guy's voice, you're out of luck because it's very distinct.
Hey there, girl, do you remember when you would sneak out late from your parents' pen? I'd pick you up in a pickup, then we'd roll.
They're on Yep Rock too, good label.
Nowhere fast and nowhere far, but it didn't really matter 'cause the night was ours. Everything underneath the stars would glow. You held my body close, I moved in slow.
See, maybe I'll play this one called California Rock. I think I like that. I like the whole record, but I'm trying to remember ones I really liked a lot.
I gotta tell, I gotta get off my chest. About the time I took a trip to the west. Could put some rock and roll music to play. So put some sun and some fun in LA.
It's another one of theirs I found.
Girls and I like the weather. I can't stand when they get together.
Always love the Chuck Berry licks.
I met a girl
Jeremy and the Harlequins. Just a rock and roll sound that I really like. Now this next band made it to my Facebook best of. I think they were number one this record that year, 2014. I think her name's Margot Timmons is the leader of the band and has something else she's done in the past. Or Timony, Margot Timony or Mary Timony. You could look it up. Anyway, the band's X-Hex, and I absolutely love them. A couple songs took a little while to grow on me, but in the end, I like every single song on this record. But I'm going to play you a little bit of Radio On. I really love her guitar solos. Very simple. They jump out at you. Here's her second record. Not as good, but still great. It's called It's Real. This one's called Rips. Great sound. Just jumps out at you. Let's go ahead and forward to a guitar solo so you can hear a little of that. Little bridge there. Everything just kind of picks up when her guitar solos start. Yeah, I love every song on this record after the first or second listen. It just kicks ass. The whole thing just rocks just like that. All right, Caroline and the Treats, Bad All Over. They have two records out. One is called Bad All Over. We're going to play a little of that. The other one's called Rock and Roll American Saturday Night or something. And you can really only find it digitally. It's $8.99. If you want to get it, they're from Norway, I think, also. And if you want to get this one, the other album on CD, it's like, I don't know, $30 to get it shipped and to find it at all. Very, very suggestive lyrics. Lots of sexual innuendo. Some of it's just outright dirty. She's just the way she writes, and you can see her playing live. Her band playing live. Lots of live clips on YouTube, and I don't know. We'll just hear some clips, and I'll walk you through her booklet. Straight rock and roll. Always talking about getting it on. Here's another good one. Example, I think, of some of her innuendo-ish stuff. A lot of it's on the other record too. Yeah, she's got a song on the Americans Rock and Roll Saturday Night CD about Knockout Wood is one, and one about bubblegum, which is very suggestive and dirty. And you know, if you and she might be obnoxious to you if you watch her videos in concert, and if you don't like her voice, that's a big one, right? It's very distinctive. I'd say the other album's better, but I like both of them a lot. I think they're just great, fun, silly rock and roll. This next band is called the Dahlmanns, another female singer lead. They cover an Amy Rigby song called "Dancing with Joey Ramone," which I actually covered on my channel also, just me and guitar. And these guys just have just a great pop punk rock and roll sound. They're a little more mature than Caroline and the Treats, and they have at least 20 songs online that aren't on this, but you can only get them digitally. There's like American Heartbeat is an EP, and then there's a bunch of smaller singles and EPs, and I bought everything that I can find on them, and I think it's about 20 other songs, a full CD's worth, because they're pretty short songs. Anyway, let's just hear what they sound like. I love her voice and the melodies. They just make me happy. They also cover a Suzi Quatro song called "Tear Me Apart" on the singles, and they do it really well.
Step off the sidewalk, stare at the phone, head for the bar and sit there on your own. Carry around your books and records in a bag.
So that's the Dahlmanns. I highly recommend them if you like that kind of stuff. I just think they're great. I wish they had more material. Everything they do, I love. It all has that sound. I like stuff to be repetitive, I got to admit. I like it to sound the same. I like the 1-4-5 chords. And they definitely remind me a lot of Joan Jett, who I'm a big Joan Jett fan. And they remind me of Suzi Quatro, and they do a Suzi Quatro song. Anyway, next, last, and definitely not least, this might be my #1 album of the year, and there's quite a few great albums out this year. Larkin Poe, Self-Made Man, and they released the first 4 of these one at a time online. They dropped them, you know, as the kids say today, a week apart maybe, and they did a bunch of live shows online. I went to all of them. They are fantastic. I've seen them live once here, and I'm going to play you a little bit of a couple of tracks that really stick out to me that you're not going to hear unless you go find them, because they're not going to play them on all these different radio stations online that play this kind of stuff. The first one is "Tears of Blue to Gold." I just love the melody, everything about it, the sound, great writing.
Well, I live next door to royalty, a skinny little kid, just like me. We go hunt down the honeybees, back in the days gone by. His daddy had a car that would go sometimes, that engine roar, he let us ride. Barbed wire fences flying far behind, back in the days gone by.
Just love that melody. Do a wonderful version of Blind Willie Johnson's "God Moves on the Water." They do a lot of old blues, really paying homage, but keeping modern to their style. They have a lot of videos online of just the two of them as a duo.
Year of 1912, April the 14th day. Great Titanic struck in iceberg. The people had to run and pray. God
wonderful. Wonderful cover. Another original I'll do. We'll play a little bit of two more, I think, and that'll do it. This is called Ex-Con.
She said if Jesus himself keeps his eye upon the sparrow, then surely he is watching you too.
This is their last album.
21 years young, I
Won a
rode
Grammy.
the rails high thinker. I really got to kicking up ground.
Before that,
I was a mover and a shaker. I mean heartbreaker. Now it's all coming back around. Tell you it's a hard living. Broke down on the highway, burned out in an ashtray. Hard living.
earlier.
Empty as a bottle, right down to the bottom. It's a hard living. Singing hard.
And the last one is a real country ditty that I just love the feel to it.
I've been high, I've been low. There's so much I don't know. Working hard, putting miles on my own 2 feet. Times are hard, but they're real. Keep my shoulder to the wheel till I walk on that easy street. There's a light I can't see, but I know it'll be shining bright as a star when I dig down deep. Gonna cast off this pain through the sun, through the rain. Gonna walk on that easy street.
This makes me want to dance around the room.
On that easy street, till I walk on that easy street. I'm gonna keep on keeping on, 'cause it won't be long till I walk on that easy street.
And they did this, just the two of them for the most part. They'd play all the instruments and they just recorded it in their studio. A little bit of help here and there. But, and they've done that with most of these records. They're very basic, stripped down, but boy, they get a hell of a sound out of themselves. And that's it. So Larkin Poe, highly recommend. The Dahlmanns, highly recommend. Caroline and the Treats, highly recommend. X-Hex, highly recommend. And Jeremy and the Harlequins, highly recommend. And Relax Trio, highly recommend. Thanks for watching. Please leave comments. Please share what you're listening to. Anything that's like any of these bands, I'd love to find more. I always want to find more. All right. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.